And it's another road game for the 76ers. They just haven't been able to buy a break lately. 5 of their last 6 games have been losses.
And right now for the 76ers, I love what they've been able to do this season. Last year, really just a struggle for them, but they've clearly put that behind them.
Sometimes it's hard to shake off the effects of a season like the last one, but they've done a nice job to move on from it and have made great progress.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Okafor out there with Nerlens Noel. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Iverson. Now here's Noel. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
That's an efficient start for them offensively, working it inside for the easy 2 points.
And Clark, that's what you like to duplicate time and time again for the rest of the game.
And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college. Missed his first full season with the Sixers. And like you've talked about, you know, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of people wondered, how would he bounce back from that knee? And I'd have to say it was pretty good. I mean, finished 3rd in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
Okafor with the steal. Iverson outside. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And it's the Kings with the ball. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And no doubt that the fight was there, but no matter what they tried on that night, it just wasn't meant to be.
And over time, it looked like they were resigned to their fate. They kind of gave in. It's hard to come back when you get down like they were, and they just didn't seem to have enough fight to make a go of it.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Dishes it to Noel. Picked by Okafor. And Noel kicks to Iverson. 6 to shoot. 76ers moving the ball around. The 76ers need to get off a shot. They get it back. Okafor. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control a team's transition.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Free throw good, Okafor. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Collison dishes to Gay. Cousins, the pass to Gay. Shoots from the baseline. That one goes. Count it.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Iverson left side. To the middle. Here's Noel. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them. And they often don't get a chance to feel that way.
Now here's Iverson. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Utah Jazz.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Noel, a screen on Collison. Allen Iverson on the wing. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Here's Cousins. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go.
DeMarcus Cousins can really be unstoppable at times on offense. He's shown star qualities ever since he stepped into the NBA. But it wasn't until last season that he was voted to the All-Star game.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Here's Covington. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Just 5 on the clock. Picked by Okafor to the inside and stolen by Kufis. And now here comes Gay leading the break. And stolen by Noel. And now Philadelphia on the break. And the dunk by Iverson.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
And Sacramento has possession after the Sixers pick up 2. And back to Cousins last year. He was the first Sacramento King to appear in an All-Star game. It's just hard to believe in over a decade. That is a long stretch, a long drought.
I'll tell you what, no question he's been doing a lot of heavy lifting here early in his career. But I tell you what, you surround him with some sick talent, and I can see rings in this young man's future.
Well, the main problem last year for the Kings, Greg, their defense. Just couldn't slow teams down on their end of the court, and it cost them.
Yeah, and listen, a lot of it had to do with the defensive problems overall. They were pretty much in the bottom 10 of every major defensive category and dead last in blocks as well. You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. 6-point lead. Passes it to Iverson. Here's Okafor. The shot will not go. Nice D from Cousins.
And you said it. I mean, the Kings had a tough time on defense. They also gave up the most fast break points in the league. I mean, they had a tough time getting back and defending in transition.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's foul number 2 for him. Sacramento making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in, and Philadelphia making a change here.
And the Kings were last in fast break points allowed. As you mentioned, what is odd was that there were rumors last season that the front office wanted to try out cherry picking on purpose. Pretty sure that's one of the worst ideas to try out in the NBA.
Sacramento making a switch here. Bellinelli's checked in. Philadelphia also making some changes. Boozer comes in for Okafor. And it's Thompson in for Robert Covington.
You know, guys, in a draft that had a lot of top-tier big men as the top picks, Willie Cauley-Stein is a little bit the forgotten man, if you will. But he can be a very impactful player now and down the road as well.
Greg, with Cauley-Stein, his defense is the first thing that you notice. Very adept at shot blocking already. Does a lot of things, Clark, very well.
But, Kevin, I think it's his agility and the way he moves his feet defensively as a 7-footer. He literally can defend all 5 positions.
That's a great point. His perimeter defense, I mean, against smaller players, something to behold.
Outstanding.
Outside Collison. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Again, the miss by the Kings.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
There's the steal. Kicks to Collison. There's the pick. Feeds it to Bellinelli. Shot clock at 6. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Launches a 3. The shot is off. And the 76ers go the other way with it. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
Caron Butler's checked in for Rudy Gay. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Isaiah Cannon, he's checked in for Ezail Iverson. Here's Roten. Rejected by Collison. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. And now let's have a look at the NBA's top snipers, shooting guards with the highest percentage from three-point territory over the last month. Well, you look at McLemore. He's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, Marco Bellinelli, several spots down.
You don't have to be a great shooter to play two guard, but it does help. And pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
Yeah, that's safe to say. I mean, these guys don't know the meaning of cold streaks. They're either hot, red hot, or sizzling. Those are the kind of shooters they are from downtown.
Here's Landry, solid as a rock from 20 feet away. And the 76ers lead by 8.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Collison. He's got 5. Pass to Bellinelli. The dish to Cauley-Stein. Butler kicks to Caspi. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The 76ers leading by 8. Here's Cannon, looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Boozer, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Kings have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Outside Collison. The feed now to Caspi. Stolen by Boozer. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Thompson. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Boy, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
And Sacramento has possession. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Caspi. He kicks it to Butler. Looking to end the drought. Good. Butler's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
Cannon kicks to Landry. It's hauled in by the Kings. 55 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Butler with the ball. Boozer picks him up. Over to the left wing. Another 3 for Sacramento. And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl Gregg on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's right. It was a family affair.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A drive by Collison. Caspi for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Now just a 1-point Philadelphia lead. Now here's Roten. Bellinelli is covering. Roten kicks to Boozer. The jump hook. The shot no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. 76ers ahead, leading by a point. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports. All right, Sacramento, please welcome to the court, America's